Hello and welcome back to Fantastic Fiber. Happy Whip Wednesday. Okay, so I know that things have been crazy. You know, you guys have seen it. But I've gotten a good amount of crochet done. Now, one of the projects is on the other truck, so I can't show it to you, but I finished the baby blanket. So if you remember the last time I showed off my work, I was in the middle of making the squares. Well, I finished all the squares. I got the whole thing put together, folded up, and ready to go, and I forgot it on the other truck. Good job. So I'll show you what I do have.
Oh, wait, never mind, not wait. I don't know. You want to let them know what's been going on? We had like 2 other truck breakdowns since they last saw us. Like after I hit the elk, like we went to go get another truck, 2 other trucks. We got to the truck.
This one and another truck, yeah.
Yeah. So we got to the other truck, 2 trucks, and one truck didn't start. And then we had to hurry up and go drop off the rental car.
Yep.
And as soon as we got
rush back because they just got to the truck. The repair guy got to the truck so that he could get it started while we were at the place dropping off the rental. So we had to hurry up and Uber back as fast as we could.
Wait, even still more stuff happened in between there. You guys saw us with Annie Joe.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Yep.
Like,
we were with Annie Joe. That was a good visit.
Okay, so wait, now we drop off the rental, hurry up, get back to deal with the mechanic, which wasn't there. He was supposed to be watching the truck for us so that we got back.
Yeah, when we got back, he wasn't even there.
All right. After that, what did we do? Did we go get a load?
We started to go get a load, and
yeah. Okay.
something else happened, right?
Yeah,
Before we got to the load.
So, no, okay. I think we went to go get the load. And did they tell us that the load wasn't ready or something?
No, the job called me to find out why Moses was driving my truck. Why is he on duty?
Oh, yeah, we couldn't get
Why
fuel.
was he driving while I was on duty? I'm like, well, I guess since you haven't been filled in, let me update you. So I gave him the rundown. We broke down, after hitting the elk, and the truck's going to take a while to repair. So they sent us with a rental car out to Texas, down to Houston. And
up 2 more trucks,
we picked up the 2 more trucks.
They had us mixed up with what trucks we were on, which is why the guy didn't know where I was and where Marie was.
Yep.
Fuel cards didn't work. They had those backwards, so I'm trying to fuel up for like an hour. And not good for whoever was on duty. They just kind of left me high and dry.
Yeah.
They didn't
even get back in touch with us when we were trying to figure out the fuel situation. So what we ended up doing is, since he was attached to my truck and I was attached to his truck, and the tablets were attached to the opposite truck, and the cards were attached to the opposite truck, I just used my fuel card to fuel up his truck because my fuel card was attached to his truck.
Right.
I don't know why, but that's how they set it up, so I fueled him up.
Hey, guys, truck company, if you're watching this, it wasn't our fault.
Nope.
You guys, your night shift left us high and dry.
Yep, night shift didn't contact us, so not our fault. So,
all right. After the fuel debacle, I think we finally delivered a load, and then
up in Dallas,
go to pick up another load, and they said that it wasn't going to be ready until the next day.
the following day.
Yeah. And so you were sleeping at this point. I'm texting back and forth trying to get somebody to tell me.
You updated me though.
Okay. Yeah. So they finally gave us a load that was leaving the same day, and I went to go pick up the trailer, and it turns out we had an air leak. An air leak on the hosing. I like to say hosing, it's fun. So I go to Love's to get the hosing fixed and find out that 2 of the brake chambers are also broken, and thank God that we had to go get that fixed because like trucks catch fire a lot. Usually it's a brake issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm yelling. Am I yelling?
I hope so.
Good. All right. Happy Whip Wednesday, everybody.
Yeah. Speaking of whips.
All right. So we're pretty much caught up.
Yeah. Let me show them one, and then you could. Was it just the hose?
The hose, brake chamber, and now we're here going down to Arizona to deliver a Walmart load, go over to Texas,
pick up a load, go to Texas with
deliver the load, and hopefully get back to home from Texas. And
in
then
enough time for me to go to the doctor's, and then
after, good, you got one?
Yep, and then after we're done at home, hopefully they're sending us out to Idaho to pick up our truck. Hopefully it's finished by the time we're done with our 5 days at home.
Yeah, that's all I got too. So now we're caught up. Whip Wednesday time.
Okay, so I have a black background on for the simple fact that I got two things to show you and I want to make sure that you can see it. So, well, I have other things to show you, but there's two where I really, I want you to see the detail. So this one is a shawl that I just started. Now this is yarn that I got from Ganny Joe. She gifted me some beautiful yarns, and this is one of the cakes that she gifted me. It is a Yarn Art Flowers Moonlight, and the color on this one is 3265. Now they all are numbers, they're not colors, so all the colors are numbers. And you can see that it's got some gorgeous golden colors with them beautiful like pinkish reds and that beautiful violet in there. And this color out here on the outside edge is like, it's not black, it's almost black. It's such a deep, dark, rich chocolate color that it's almost black. And it's got this gold sparkle all throughout the whole cake. So it's absolutely gorgeous. And she gifted this to me. So, thank you, Ganny Joe. I am making a wonderfully lacy, and the reason why I'm wearing black, now you can see this color perfectly fine. Now, let me move the string out of the way and just kind of pull it over here. But you see how gorgeous and how lacy that is? And it sparkles so pretty. Now this is from, I can't remember the tutorial I'm watching, but if you look up lacy pineapple shawl, this one will come up. Marley Bird, from Marley Bird. She's the one that's teaching me how to make this. So let me place that right there. Now, the next thing that I want you to see is the poncho. I finished it. The yellow one that I was making with the yarn that Cherry swapped me. So, Cherry, if you're watching, the poncho is finished, and I have so much yarn left over that I'm going to make a second one, hopefully as a tutorial for this one. Check that out. And you see exactly why I wore the black. You can see straight through the shawl, and the black background really lets you see the stitch. Really neat, ain't it? I was so proud of this one, and I just did a simple border around the outside edge, just 2 rows of half double crochet all the way around it. That was it. And then I did pretty much the similar up here. I did some stitch reductions because the neckline was just a little wider than I wanted it to be, and I don't like it plain. So after I made my chain and went this way, I also went up this way with half double crochet. And I just did, I think, 3 or 4 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 rows of half doubles. So that was it. And the rest is easy. Like this, I think it's a 4-row repeat if I were to count them. But row 1 and 2, no, set 1 and 2 and set 3 and 4, like if you were to number them that way, they're so similar that you're doing the exact same thing, just a stitch over. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It just, you'll see if I get to make this tutorial when I get home. If I don't get to do this tutorial, I at least am going to finish up the tutorial of the other shawl. So with this, I used 2 cakes, and I thought I was going to need both cakes, but I ended up only needing 1. So I'll show you the color. It is this Yarn Art Rose Garden, and the color is 306, and this is what's left of it. I've got that much of the cake left. So what I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm going to start another one of these in this color so that I have those deeper tones. You see the color difference there? Is that not pretty or what? So I have 2 of those, and I do color control with that. Alright, let me put that to the side. Now for those of you, oh, this goes with that. Those of you who are here for the first time and don't know, I keep carpets down. I am a truck driver. I keep carpets down in this area of the truck on the passenger side, and The driver's side is the only place in the truck that you're allowed to keep sneakers or shoes of any kind. We are, let me see, my husband and I are team drivers, and we're in a different truck than we're normally in. So,
we are spoiled. We miss our truck.
Yeah.
We had an espresso machine on our truck, a coffee machine. We had a refrigerator.
And a crock pot and an air fryer.
Now we're picking up ice like we're just like noobs and wet behind the ears.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so I keep everything in a no shoe zone on this side of the truck. So, the next project, you'll see why I just said that. The next project is the blanket that I've been working on. Now, I know you guys have all seen the squares. And, you know, like I showed them off, I think once or twice. Well, the squares are all together now. And I have them set up to where they're like, different yarns are bordering each square and different yarns are bordering squares of each square, if that makes sense. So this is 9 squares right here. So these 9 squares are all sewn together, and then they're crocheted to the next 9 squares, and so on and so forth. Like I squared them up and then crocheted around that and squared them up again, if that makes sense. So what I've been doing is putting on the rainbow border. So I started out with the pinks and moved on to the yellows and the oranges, and let's go in this order: pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, and now the purple at the top here. So I'm doing that around the blanket. Only 2 sides got this effect. The rest of the blanket is going to have the border because these are going to go down the sides of the bed. So like that. So when you see it draped on the side, there'll be striping going across that way. Love,
yes.
Let you hold this.
Sure. Got it.
Thank you. Okay. So this is the tutorial that I just almost finished putting together. I have it all lined up. I have a little editing left to do. But this is what I just got done. It's got a string wrapped around it. Hold on. Now, if you guys know me, you know that green, yellow, and purple are my favorite colors. Is this still attached? Did I not cut this? I did not cut this. Okay. I finished it. I just never gave it the final trim. So I'll do this with you guys. Ta-da! And that is finished. I'll just trim that off, tuck it in later. Okay. This is another Yarn Art Rose Garden cake, and it is a nice big triangle shawl. Huge, in fact. You see, fits nice, and it is such an easy one to make. It's got a very simple border. It's all double crochet and chain, and the border is just singles up here and half doubles all the way around. That's it. Super, super simple, and this is going to be getting put up within the next day or 2. So there's that, and oh look, there's my other scissors. I prefer these ones. Oop, knock the camera. Just knock it over. And what I do is the color of the Yarn Art cakes that I use, like when I don't finish, I mostly don't finish the white. So I've been collecting the white string from each of the Yarn Art cakes that I have, and every time I'm getting ready to pull out another one, if it's got white in it, I take the white out, and I'll use what I'm going to use of it, and I wrap it around the previous ball, and I tie it together, and I keep it in my baggie with the project until I move on to the next project. Now, when I did the tutorial for this, I used this yarn, And the reason was because I figured you'd be able to see that blue the easiest. So I used that, and it's such a simple tutorial that, you know, once you see a row or two, you won't need to watch the rest of the tutorial. You'll be able to skip to the end and learn how to do the border. And as soon as you see how it starts, you'll know to go ahead and continue, and you know what I mean? It's that simple. And the only reason you would need to watch the entire tutorial is if you're a very beginner. Then I'd walk you through the whole thing, and you know? So, yeah. Now, last but not least, I started these cakes. Now, I asked you, I told you that I bought 2, remember? Bought 2 of these, and turn it this way, Yarn Art Flowers Merino, and the color on this one is 532. Now, you only need maybe 2 of these, 1.5 to 2 of these to make a shawl. And so I started making my shawl, but I wasn't sure what to do with the 3rd one, because when I bought a double pack of cakes from Hirschner's when I went there on my Hirschner's trip, the one cake was purple and the other one was one of these, and it matched, and I was like, wonderful, but now what do I make? So instead of just making one shawl, I'm making 2. So one for my mother-in-law, and she's tall, so she's almost as tall as Moses, and so and so I am making it nice and big and wide. That way she can cover up with it nice and comfortably. And it's just a simple double crochet shawl. Nothing spectacular, nothing fancy. But, you know, it's very pretty regardless. And the outside color, as you see, is completely black. So we're almost there. I'll show you what I have left of the cake that I'm working on. And I'm using 1.5 cakes with this one as well. As much as I thought that I need 2 of them, I really only need 1.5. Excuse me. Because as tall as my mother-in-law is, she ain't tall enough to fill 2 cakes worth. So that'd be a blanket almost. Had I known, I would have made myself a throw with all 3 cakes. But instead I'm making my niece and I probably have enough, because they're very tiny. I probably have enough of this to make them both a poncho. I'm not a poncho, a shawl out of the remainder of the other cake. So that's what's left of this one. Let me see. You see? And then the colors, because I do color control, these colors, one of my hairs, get that off of there. These colors are all the colors, all the way down to the white. So I'd be able to make 2 small poncho or 2 small shawls out of what's left of this. I know I could. So that's the rest of my projects today. I know I have very few this time because we are in a different truck and I left half of everything on my own truck. So thank you for joining me this Whip Wednesday. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week and weekend. I hope you all had a great Memorial Day and, you know, took the time to remember those who have fallen and fought for our country. I don't know my family's military history. I do know that we had my grandfather and my great-grandfather in the services. And I know that a few of my friends out there have had family members who have fallen in service as well. My brother-in-law also served in the Army. And
Hi, Keon.
Hey, Keon. And I think that's it. Anyway, yep. So that's my Whip Wednesday. Let me know what you're making down in the comments section, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.